Hey, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video.
Are you ready?
Fasten your seatbelts.
Drivers, start your engines.
Race activated. Sheer passion. Change the game forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Racing with Celebs.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Racing with Celebs, where we put some of SA's most famous celebrities through their paces. You're watching that series that you wishes were on every day as you were forced to lay on your couch through lockdown. Well, we are back out and about following all safety protocols to make sure that you get the best entertainment an engine can give. Hello, my name is Donovan Clyde and our word for the day is lollipop. Nope, not the one you are thinking of. This is a sign on a stick used in pit stops, which is held in front of the car and raised when the pit stop is completed. And right here and now is when I lift that lollipop so that the action can continue. Today we are at Formula K SA track in Benoni. It is a modifiable short circuit with fast, slow and technical sections. For more information on the track and what they offer, please visit their website www.formulak.co.za or their Facebook page Formula K. In this episode, pole position will be held by no one else than Sevenderland actor Clint Aplon. Clint Aplon was born and raised in the small town of Worcester. He matriculated from Worcester Senior Secondary and went on to study live performance at AFDA Cape Town. He is a dog lover, enjoys playing soccer and even started a soccer club with some of his friends and called it Sunday FC. To give you the lowdown on Clint Aplon, here is my co-colleague Johan Snyman.
Thank you, Donovan. We will be chatting to Clint in just a few seconds where his fans will get to know him off screen. Hello, my name is Johan Snyman and welcome to Racing with Celebs. He might be a newbie on screen, but this guy has a bright future in entertainment. Let's have a look at the track we'll be racing on today. Marius, welcome to Racing with Celebs and a very, very big thank you for giving us the opportunity to come and play around at this beautiful facility.
Good morning, Johan. Yeah, it's a big pleasure and thanks for the opportunity and visiting the Formula K circuit.
Marius, can you just tell me a little bit more about the Formula K circuit?
Okay, well the circuit, it's we only finished construction November 2019, so it's still brand new. The design and the construction was exactly built to the specifications required by the CIK FIA to make it a grade A circuit. So, which means that we can host world championships and international events once we apply for the certification. So once the whole business park is complete, then we'll put in that application to the governing bodies and then it will be, maybe we will have a world championship here.
Oh, that's fantastic.
More about the circuit, it's actually a fantastic circuit. It's got fast sections, it's got various corner types, it's got technical sections, a lot of elevations as you can see, and some of the corners are embanked. So it's really a good circuit. Various configurations, layouts, but to give you an idea, for the competition karts, the normal karts, we've got a 1.5 kilometer layout. Then if you add the two back straights, it becomes 2.1 kilometers, which is excellent for the shifter karts and the motards and the bikes. Then also we've we can split the circuit in two. So we've got the bottom circuit, which is a kilometer, and then the top circuit is about just under a kilometer, which is excellent for the baby carts and the rental carts, which you guys will be using. So you'll be using the top circuit today. It's really, you know, from the feedback that we got from the international competitors, the guys that goes and races most of European circuits, they reckon this is one of the top circuits in the world at the moment. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed to hear things like that, and it will just grow from strength to strength.
Absolutely. Marius, can you also please just tell us a little bit more about the karts we'll be racing today?
Okay, well the Formula K race line, we use a 212 Tillotson engine. Together with the engine and the kart complete, the kart weighs about 115 kgs, which is a big advantage in the rental market. If you consider our competitors, all the competitors' rental karts is around 170 kgs. So with this kart, you get a much better feel of the actual competition kart, you know, the handling and things like that. Obviously, a competition much faster than these, but you'll still have a blast in these karts, you know, especially the guy from the street who just wants to come and rent. Massive fun.
Marius, thank you. We're excited and can't wait to get behind the wheel of these karts.
Enjoy. Have a great day.
Thank you. And now that we know more about the track and the karts we'll be racing today, it's time to introduce you to our celebrity, Clint Aplon. Clint, welcome to Racing with Celebs. It's a great honor for us to have you on the show today.
Dank je, baie dankie.
What are your expectations for today?
Om te wen? Nee, net om van te hê. Ek weet ek kan, maar ek weet of ek kan nie. Maar ons gaan try.
And have you ever done something like this before?
Actually nee. Dit sal my eerste keer wees op go-karts vibes. Dit gaan my eerste keer wees. Bietjie nervous, kleine bietjie nervous.
Well, I think it's time for our safety brief to get ready and then we can go.
Up next, let's find out what Clint Aplon can do in amongst the crew here from our Racing with Celebs at the Formula K circuit here in Benoni. Welcome to episode 8 of Racing with Celebs, proudly brought to you by all our associate sponsors, and this time we head into some kart action. Clint Aplon is our guest, the man who starred as Romeo in Seven de Laan. Let's see if he can get the kart to work as well as Juliet did in the very famous play. Preparations and a quick little chat with our COC before we get out onto the grid and see what these guys can do in amongst some of the usual contenders. You got Jaco Wessels out there, Flippy Venter, Dion Root, Johan Snyman, Ruben Snyman, and Johan Hapst, who'll all be giving Aplon a bit of a run for his money. We go on board here for the very first time, and you can see that they're going to have their work cut out for them here at the Formula K circuit. This is the brand new kart circuit that's just been put together just outside of Benoni and Boksburg, and a world-class karting facility that's only just opened up in the last couple of weeks. And of course, with big things planned for the future, and potentially even some international events here, it's going to be great to see and give an opportunity to see it for the very first time here on Racing with Celebs on any of the television formats. Aplon seemed to have his work cut out for him, and you can see he didn't seem to be too worried about the guys that were around him, putting in a valiant effort from the word go. Clint 4th, Dion 3, and of course Johan in 5. It's P1, 2 and 3 at the front end of the circuit, and looks like he's trying to hang on at the moment, but being hounded by a couple of seasoned campaigners when it comes to the sport of karting. See, these karts have basically been put together here, almost a European-style karting fraternity, and what happens is the bumpers all around the karts are not the usual things that would happen on your race kart, but it does give the general public a chance not to crash into each other and break or do any damage to the karts. When you come here, it's 2.2 Ks of twisty circuit, and the undulation is pretty impressive as well. There's a lot of up and down at this brand new circuit, and lots of plans for the future, as we mentioned. It's FIA and FIK certified, which is great, which means that international, national, and local club and regional races can happen here. And not only does it happen in the sport of karting, but it looks like they're going to be looking to put in a couple of the regional and club races when it comes to short circuit motorcycle racing as well. Front pack still stays with the same 3 drivers, and Clint hangs on for now, but Aplon has got his work cut out for him, that is for sure. Running a little bit wide there, but being followed very, very closely by our Racing with Celebs crew in the background. Slowly but surely being reeled in by a couple of the other back markers who've made their way to the front now. Turning it into a five-way battle almost. And at this point in time, Flippy looking to make his way through and possibly spoil the day there. Clint hangs on for now. Tricky little section as they go back up the hill. Very similar to a couple of the kart circuits around the world. They've taken a couple of the corners and sections from some of the famous karting circuits and put them into a new format here in Benoni. Downhill, right-hand sweeper. Great to see them at full flight, and a change up for the lead there. Clint's dropped down to second place. So it looks like he's got some work now to try and get back into the front. Johan out front, Clint in second, Flippy's there, and Dion in fourth place. Closed down by Jaco. Jaco not too far off the back end there. Jaco Vessel starting to close things down now on the first four. The fight between them, of course, is slowing them down ever so slightly. And when you start to fight in karting, it definitely slows you down. You can see Clint going defensive, not wanting anybody else to try and sneak through and possibly spoil his potential of the podium. The podium is up for grabs here. It's lap 9 of 10. They've got a lap to go. Oh, and Flippy spins out. All on his own there. That's given a little bit of breathing room there to Clint. He should be able to hang on now. 4 second. Gets it a bit sideways though. Trying to try and carry corner speed there. You don't want to be sliding through those corners. The idea, of course, is to try and carry as much corner speed as possible without getting the kart to slide. That's a bit of... Oh, but he's out of shape! There you go. That's what it looked like from Clint's point of view as he got completely out of shape, and that's not what he wanted. Let's have a quick squiz there as he went in there. He's dropped down to P6, and that means it's going to be a little bit of a dodgy finish there for this first one. Checkered flag is out, and you can see with that spin, Clint finishes down in 6th place. He's got some work to do to catch Sneeman, Ruert, Vessels, Haps, and Fenter. But Ruben Strayman also with a little bit of work to do down in 7th place. Speaking of work to do, well, Clint starts in P7 from this time. Has to move from P7 possibly up into a potential podium finish if he can. Lights on, lights off, and we're racing. It's not usually the way they start a kart event. It's a rolling start on most karting events, but of course here with these karts that they use for training here at the incredible Formula K circuit, gives you a chance to see exactly what a grid position start would be like. Flippy leading things up. Clint has moved up, possibly looking for a chance early on to squeeze through. He's got up into 2nd place, which is not a bad effort there. Johan and Dion are now 3 and 4. And it looks like Flippy with some work to do. Doesn't want to spin out again. Dion's got some problems, puts his hand up, pulls to the sideline, so losing a little bit of ground there right from the word go. But Clint has gained a huge amount of ground. He moved up from 7th place up into 2nd in the space of about 2 or 3 corners. So certainly showing that he's got a little bit of prowess when it comes to the sport of karting. Once you get used to these karts though, and you know what their capabilities are, and you can see how important it is to carry corner speed, it shows you just that anybody can get into the sport of motorsport, and of course karting is the way to go to start things out. From there you'd move on either into a single-seater or possibly into a regional or club racing format saloon car, and we'll see those on a couple of occasions in Racing with Celebs as well, with Super Hatch being one of the big categories that have supported us here. BMW Car Club Racing Series as well, and not to mention our oval track drivers who have also been great supporters of the Racing with Celebs fraternity. As you'll see in the second part of this season, we're also going to be heading into the off-road side of things too. But right now, they're trying to keep the karts on the black stuff and not go off-road. Change up, Ruben and Jaco going at it. This is for 6th and 7th on the road. And a nice little fight at the back of the field as well, never mind the one that's happening at the front. The front pack, though, is certainly heating up, and here comes Clint, diving on the inside to give it away pass. Can he squeeze through? Oh, he has a big look. He's going to keep that inside line if he can. No, unfortunately, late braking coming from the outside. Oh, and a little bit of tire rubbing there. There was a bit of smoke coming off the two of them. They look right across each other. It was almost like Dovizioso and Marquez. They were looking right into each other's eyes through those helmet visors. Great to see that there's no holds barred here. That's exactly what Clint is expecting. And of course, coming from the small town of Worcester, here in the small town of Benoni, he's having a great time of it. That is for sure. Heading down the hill yet again. This is fantastic action that you can see between these two guys. Further back, action continuing now with halfway stage just being passed. So there's still a little bit of action to happen in the background. You can see starting to close things down. Mid-pack battle starting to close up now. Oh, and in fact, the back markers are going to be caught by the two leaders. So our two back markers could be in a bit of trouble here. This could play into the hands of Clint Aplon if he can make a way through. Usually what happens in a situation like this is blue flags would be waving for the two slower karters, but there's no blue flags today. They're going to realize they're in the hunt in a few seconds' time and might even feel a little bit of pressure. Oh, that was close. Another touch there between the two of them heading down the hill. Oh, magic stuff there between these two as they get in amongst those back markers. Back marker moves to the side, allows opportunity. Here we go, Clint trying to get into the slipstream a little bit there. Oh, there's a tag. There's a touch between the top two, and he drops down to third place by the looks of things. Let's have a look at that from another point of view. As he comes down there, you can see the leader just gets out of shape, puts a wheel onto the dirt, and that just causes that kart to slide out ever so slightly. Nowhere to go there for Clint. He hits the brakes. Maybe he could have tried to drive around the outside, and in fact, if you look in the background, I think Ruben might have spun out there as well. So there's lots of action here heading into the closing stages. We're on to the last lap. And you can see Jaco looking for a chance now. He's the back marker, but Flippy and Johan are going to hang on for 1 and 2. How far back, and has Clint been able to recover? Possibly up to 4th place by the sounds of it. We'll wait and see when that checkered flag comes out. Johan now trying to make up some ground. He was right there in the mix. The back marker just playing a little bit of a problem here. Heading towards the checkered flag. Hardly anything in it between these guys. Would have been a little bit closer, I think, had we not see one of the karts on the sideline there as well. Looks like it had a little bit of issues, but now coming down onto the breakers and across the checkered flag line. The win goes to Flippy, beating out Johan, Ruben Stradum, and Clint eventually got back up into 4th place, beating out Johan Habs, Jaco Wessels, and Dion Rutt. And I think Rutt was the man that we saw walking on the sideline there with an issue on that kart. Into race number 3 now. Formula K and the rental kartings. Here we go down towards, there's 6 of them this time as they head down towards turn 1. It's a right-hander that they pitch into. And Jaco followed by Flippy, Johan and Clint. Clint's already putting the pressure onto the back end of Johan, trying to go around the outside as they head towards turn 2 and 3. Through that right-hander now, up the hill, slowly but surely making their way there. Clint already moving up on alongside Johan. He's going to be on the inside line for the left-hander coming up. It's a left-hander up, oh, and up and over. A little bit out of shape there. I think Jaco just getting out of shape. Jaco just got completely off track, and fortunately there for Clint, he stayed out of trouble and moves up into 2nd. So the battle is on here. We got 5 karts this time, a lot closer than what we saw in the first 2 heats. Heading back down the hill. Johan is looking for an opportunity to keep Clint at bay, but can he do it? They come across and towards the start-finish line again. Right-hand sweeper. It's flat out down the hill, and of course now going into turn 2, the big double right-hander. Clint is on the outside. That's not where you want to be. He falls, unfortunately, into the trap and loses out 2 positions there. That is a big mistake there from our celebrity. And of course, he's looking for a chance now to make up that ground. Up the hill they go yet again. 4-way battle, or 3-way battle for 2nd at this stage. The leader's getting away ever so slightly. And looks like 5th place closing in and going to make it a 4-way battle for what is going to be 2nd place on track. Little left-right sweep before they head down the hill and back towards the start-finish line. Another lap completed. Clint's closing, but surely closing in. And looks like Aplon is definitely looking for a chance if there's one opening up. Got to be late on the brakes, got to try and find an inside line, but the door's been firmly shut in his face on all occasions. They are starting to close down on the leader, so it's going to be a 4-way battle, potentially even a 5-way battle for the lead in the next lap and a half of karting. Now heading up the hill. Looking across there, Johan has a big look. Looks like Jaco going to try and go around that. Oh, it's very close between the two of them. Running the kart wide, and they're opening up an opportunity. Diving through. Oh, that was very close. Nice run there from the man in 3rd place, starting to close down into the 3 and 4 spot, but 5th place also now in the mix and not too far off the back end. So we've got 4 karts almost in a battle for 2nd. 2nd place man has moved up ever so slightly, got a little bit of breathing room there. It's 2 or 3 kart lengths, pressure from behind though, and 3 and 4 head up the hill. Wrong side of the track, defensive line coming out of the 7 kart, as you can see, into turn 3. Now heading back up, they continue to climb up the hill. These little Formula K rental karts doing a superb job And of course here at this international circuit, a brand new one for South Africa. Looking forward to seeing some national kart action here in the very near future. And as soon, of course, and now that we know that motorsport is opened up again, that might be even closer. Oh, what a big spin! Clint gets it out of shape completely. He just ran a little bit hot coming out of that top turn. And he runs off the circuit completely. That'll be costly. It's going to drop him, and in fact he climbs out the kart. He says that's enough. Don't know if he's going to get back on track. Maybe he'll be able to do it. The leaders have got 3 to go. Looking all around them, trying to say, hey, where'd the celeb go? Don't worry, guys, he's on the sideline. He's probably back on track at some point, but we'll wait and see if they actually catch him and give him a bit of a run heading into the closing stages. Another lap done, 2 to go. And the battle continues at the front end. No problems at all here for these two. They've maintained, and you can see just in the background, in fact, I did catch a glimpse there of Clint. He is back on track, which is great to see. So he must have just taken his time to get that kart back on the circuit. Not going to be in contention for the podium here in the last race, but fortunately, he's been able to get the kart back on, and he will finish up the race. Final lap and heading into the closing stages now. Looks like they've caught onto the back end. In fact, they have. They've caught him, and he's now in the mix with the leaders. Not going to be fighting for honours here, but will certainly be fighting for a chance to spoil their day if he can. Return the favour. He made a slight mistake coming down the hill towards the start-finish line. And unfortunately, it caught him out ever so slightly, but here we go. Back up into turn 4. And with only 2 corners to go now, they head down the hill. Clint trying to find a way through, maybe squeeze up into the midst of those top 3. Checkered flags out. And that's how it finishes up here with Racing with Celebs. And Clint Aplon, Flippy Venter, Vessel, Snyman and Habst. Aplon eventually recovered to 5th place. A great drive from him. Let's go and catch up with him in pit lane and find out how his day was here in the Formula K's and the rental karts.
Ik wil net eerst sê dankie vir my fans, vir my man, my spa wat meegebring het, Ivan en Letitia Aplon. Ek is nou die nuwe kampioen. Nee, het was lekker. Het was een experience, ik zal het weer en weer doen. Ik heb nog genoeg gekregen, ik smaak van nog een paar rondes, maar ja, het was great, it was amazing.
Let's catch up with Clint Aplon straight after this and find out how the acting career is going.
We are back with the laan actor Clint Aplon. Clint, how did it happen that you ended up on one of the longest running soaps in South Africa?
Well, Laan does an internship where they take in actors who studied acting and have degrees, and they give them an opportunity. So they take people from the public and you send in your clip and they choose from there, and you zeg wat ek nou is. The fun started nou toen ek wat ek voor lief is, en ek is nou op die oomblik is ek permanent, so van 'n internship af het ek nou na 'n permanente karakter geskuif. So yeah.
Clint, while on set, what was one of the most funniest things that ever happened to you?
Kijk, ons is allemaal actors en ons baie snaakse karakters. So ek sal eens iets wat my snaak, ek kan nie nou aan iets dink nie. Maar soos Andre Lotter wat Rieke speel, hy maak heel dag jokes, hy laat jou lag. So hy speel soms met ons prank mekaar, maar ons tease mekaar opzet, so ons lag baie. Maar ek kan nie nou dink aan die funnieste moment nie. Ek kan actually nie dink nie.
And how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
3 words. God-fearing. As hy 1 woord kan maak, van dis waarvoor ek staan, God-fearing. Ek is understanding, en ek is baie persistent. Very persistent. Yeah, die 3.
And as far as I know, you've also started a soccer club. Can you just tell me a little bit more about that as well?
Oh yeah, me and my friends from Worcester, I'm from Worcester, we started a soccer club called Sunday FC, and the club het begin just as friends playing every Sunday. We play, like we'll WhatsApp group, we'll WhatsApp each other like, Owens, what are you doing today? Can we play a few games? So we all came together and we're like, there's a local league why don't we play in the league? So we decided everyone gives $50, $100, put it together. We got a sponsor from the Hasselgril, which is a restaurant. And yeah, they sponsored our kit, they sponsored our entry fees. And now we have a soccer club. And I was coaching and playing for the club. And it's my other passion. I would love to be a professional coach someday.
And do you have any annoying habits?
I bite my nails. It's just a bad habit. Wat is er nog? Ik is een beetje lazy. It's a annoying habit. Het is een habit, denk ik. Het is meer goed dus doen om een slaat te raken van een habit. En ik is baie lui. So yeah.
Clint, a big thank you for your time today. We had a lot of fun and we hope that you've enjoyed it with us today.
Thank you, and thank you for allowing me here and giving me this opportunity to have some fun. And yeah, I would love to do it again someday.
Donovan, take us home.
Join us for episode 9 as we head into an incredible episode with Mornay Steyn, South African rugby player. He'll be looking to take on some of our Racing with Celebs crew and see what they can do as they head into episode 9.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Racing with Celebs. If you would like to find out more about the series, our sponsors or categories, please visit our Facebook page Racing with Celebs or our website racingwithcelebs.co.za. Till next week, keep it safe, Asya.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video.